Alright, how you guys doing, man? I'm back with another one. Update. Alright, 784 Granada. C4 is officially coming out of here. That's my C4. It's my engine bay, of course. I'm gonna touch it up before I get all this installed. Clean out a lot of this wiring. A lot of this shit gonna be up out of here. Alright, what I got now, man, is I have the original C4 automatic. This transmission is beautiful, shifts great. I freshened this transmission up a few years ago and rebuilt it. It got new power clutches and everything in it. And I probably drove it maybe a couple months after I did it. And I decided to park it for quite a few years, about 10 years. And decided I wanted to work on it again. I poured the straight 6 out. It had an inline 6. This is a boiler stroke 250. I get about 295 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. Last I remember. No modifications on the board. It's on the board 30 over. So and this engine runs. I kept it all complete. From the power steering pump to the double V belts to the AC compressor. Alternator, everything still on this engine. As you can see, all the way to the brackets. The diesel still in there. Fuel pump right there. Carburetor right there. This carburetor shot needed a little bit. But other than that, this motherfucker runs. Still got the oil in it. Alright, motherfuckers. Anyway, let me show y'all. I got a little treat. Y'all see. That T5, man, world class. Kind of clean it up. I got some a little solution on it. It was way worse than this. Couldn't even tell what color it was. You know what I'm saying? It was brown, rusty. It had some rust and shit on it. From the car that I think the car was in had flipped over and had been sitting. It was crushed in. But I pulled it out of V6. I opened the case up on it. When I pulled it out, shit, the transmission fluid in this motherfucker looked like cranberry juice. You know what I'm saying? It was just that clean. It was clean. And then I turned the input shell. I turned the input shell. It sounds good. It moves so good. It's free. Look, no slack. My rolls good. I looked in there and turned and looked at the sync rolls. The sync rolls are beautiful. Look like they were brand new. Like, I think somebody upgraded this T5, so I don't know if they done upgraded and put, modified it to a 6 or what. Because when I was looking at it up in the car, it had 6 on it. What a gear shift is. It had a little diagram, the little indicator and shit. It had 6 on it, so it's possibly might have been an upgraded T5. I think that it probably be rebuilt before, but that shit got new everything in it. Like I said, seals look good. And when I pulled the shaft out, man, I'm talking about this shit came out like cranberry juice. It was that clean. Smelled good, sweet. The whole 9. Traumatic. Borg Warner. You see? Borg Warner. I ain't know that. Borg Warner. T5. The numbers on it. I think this is a world class. I think this is a world class. Tag on the motherfucker right here. Let me wipe that off so I can see. Y'all help me out. From my knowledge, I think it's a T5. little bit good than normal. Sorry for the angles and shit. But yeah, I got over here. Yeah, so them turned it down, took the head off, lifters out. The GT40P heads, I'm gonna port these. I'm gonna port it. My boring stroke to a 408. Got a 408 crank already. I'm gonna bore and stroke this engine. This came out 98 Mercury Mount Neal 5.0 GT. Pulled the cam out already. Look there, the cam bearings look good as fuck. Let's see if y'all can see. Cam bearings look good, man. They look real good from this angle. I get a better look once I pull that crank out. I put the pan back on, but I did look at the crank. Shit, the crank look good too. The bearings look good on the crank, and it turns smooth as fuck. Only thing is, I got a big valve right here, but the truck was in an accident. So I'm gonna do the valves, replace all the valves and everything. He's gonna have a whole new valve train anyway. But anyway, I got my grinding stones so I can port. I'm gonna port and polish. I'm also, like I said, I'm gonna send the block off once I disassemble it all the way. Take the crank out, pistons, everything out. I'm gonna have a hot tank and shit like that. They're gonna bore and stroke it 408 and specs. I already got my pistons and everything. I was thinking about going crane cam, but now I'm gonna go Granada Voodoo on this motherfucker. Scorpion rocker rollers, and trying to see what lifts I want to use. They're gonna be rollers, but I'm trying to see what lifts I want to use. Maybe twister or whatever. But yeah, I found this motherfucker, and I actually found a couple of them, and I pulled them, so I got like 4 of them. One of them kind of questionable, but the other 3, I think them motherfuckers good. Cause I opened the case on them and checked the sink rolls, and ain't shit bent. They ain't worn down. There wasn't no trash in it. I know 2 of them had just a little bit of gunk in it, but this one right here, like the case clean. I might open it up and make another video and let y'all see the inside of it, but it's fucking clean as shit. Now, on the V6, the only thing you really gonna have to do to make it work with the V8 is you're gonna have to change the input shaft. This input shaft gotta come out. The way to do that, I might make a video, but there's a couple videos on there. The guys, they kind of detailed in it and very helpful, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember their names, but I am subscribed to them. I might link it in the description. But they show you how to remove the input shaft safely without dropping those needle bearings up in here. Cause like they say, everybody say it's a fucking pain to get them out. And I know it's a pain to get them out, cause I done dropped one off in there before. Got all of them out, all 14 of them out. And one stayed in there, cause 15 needle bearings. And that motherfucker stayed up in there. And I was like, man, I had a hard time getting that motherfucker out where it fell. But luckily, I ain't had to disassemble, take the sink roll and shit out, and disassemble the whole goddamn case. And I was able to get it out. I just, what I did was I filled it up with Marvel's Mystery Oil. That's what I did. I got some Marvel Mystery Oil and some, cause I wanted to clean it out anyway, and some acetone. I mixed them together and I poured it up in here. In the T5 I had, which I still got there when it runs, it's A1. It's gonna be sold. And I closed the case back up, just snugged it back up, and I shook the T5 around, and turned it and shook it around a couple times, and kept doing it for probably about 10 minutes. And I turned it upside down, where the shifter was pointing down towards the ground. And I took the bolts off like you would be dropping a transmission pan. and that bitch came right out. I was so fucking happy. So that was that. But yeah, I got this bitch. Now I'm gonna get a T56 Magnum, and I'm gonna go bigger. You know what I'm saying? But for the meantime, I'm gonna remove this transmission right here, my C4. Now, I might put it for sale, but I know somebody can use a T4. I mean a C4. I'm sorry. This motherfucker A1. It shifts great. I ain't had no problem with it. Like I say, I rebuilt it many years ago and stopped driving the car a couple months shortly. And it's been sitting. So I know the transmission good. I know it's good. I know it's solid. Very good transmission to put behind a V8. It got reputable power. But if you want to get this transmission, you can holler at me and you look for a C4, I said to you. This is in a 78 Ford Granada. So I have the transmission fully complete. I have the kick down rod and everything, that go with it. The linkages and bracketries and shit like that. The transmission cross member on here is a single exhaust cross member, so it's a single hump. This is not a dual hump. In this car, how it's made, it's kind of tight, but I'm gonna possibly put I want to run a dual hump. I'm running dual exhaust on it. And don't mind that, y'all. It's just grime and grease and shit like that. And the transmission is tilting down, so it might. I think you'll have to replace the transmission pan gasket. But other than that, it's A1. Before I would leave cross, I'm gonna have a dual double hump on here. So I'm gonna remove this. That is my drive shaft is solid. And you see my rear end. I have 8.8 rear end on here. It was 8.8, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I did put an 8.8 on here because I done changed the rear end on here a couple times, so I'm trying to remember. I remember selling my 8.8 rear end out of here. I had upgraded and did a whole lot of shit. Posse traction, posse lock on it, traction lock, control, and a whole lot of other things I had did to that rear end. I had it on here. But at that time I was just pushing a V6 in automatic. I mean, it was tight. Thing is, I didn't convert to disc brakes, so I kept my drums because these parts on this car is very, very rare to find, and they very, very sought out of. You know what I'm saying? They very lucrative if you still have all the original stuff. I still have all the original stuff: original springs, shocks, struts, control arms, spindles, tie rod. Original Borgeson steering box on this motherfucker, which I did the links. As you can see, I had did the sway links probably maybe about 3 years ago. Original brake calipers, original brake lines, and all types. A lot of shit had to be freshened up. Now I'm cleaning a lot of this shit up. But I do got some rust up on here. You know what I'm saying? I got some rust up on here, as you can see. This, I don't like this right here because it is separated right here. And the flow, it's right here. It ain't went all the way out. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of separated, as you can see. So I'm gonna have to get that fixed. Get it pound baked down, get it cleaned up, and get it welded. And get this cut. And I'm gonna put a bracket right here. It's still together, but I'm gonna put some support right here. But other than that, the rest of the car, you know, it's got some couple spots, you know, that's very questionable that I ain't really too fond of looking at. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like looking at it, but hey, it is what it is. As far as the frame's still solid, the rear end solid, leaf springs. I got triple stack leaf springs on it. Well, I got quadruple stack leaf springs on it, but triple stack as far as the traction. Because I got this 8.8 rear end in here. So it's already pretty much set up, you know, to drop V8, whatever in here, you know, some power in it, it'll handle it. Just a little overview, man. I just done y'all a little update. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I ended up putting my 306 Boss 306 I built out and sold it. The guy put it in his truck and he been riding the shit out of it. Also, clutch pedal assembly. I removed this clutch pedal assembly out of a 90, I want to say it's a 96. This was in a 96 GT. Had the clutch pedal and brake assembly. And I'm going to put this in my car. It has the brake assembly for a manual clutch and shifter, shift cable provisions. You know what I'm saying? Which is right here. I had to break this. Off with a wire, with a shift cable comes into the wire. You know, they easily be replaced if I run a shift cable, but on this car I'm not running it. I want to run hydraulic. You know, the shift bracket and the cable, you know what I'm saying, might be a little better. It might. I doubt it, because they tend to bind up and shit and get sloppy and, you know, just, you know, I don't want that slop in my shift. So I'm gonna run hydraulic. So really, there's no need for this right here. But this is the clutch pedal assembly, and goes to the switch. Here's the switch right here. I kept the switch and the connector and everything. I also got the connector off the car that plugs into this, because we're gonna wire this in. If I'm not mistaken, this would be the switch, I think, that goes to the reverse. It goes down to the reverse lights or some shit. Reverse light switch, which would be this one right here. So you can route this. You got two wires. You got a red and a black, or pink. Nice. I think it's red and pink. I don't know. Hold on, it's been a while, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to put my phone down for a minute. Clean this wire off right quick, so we can see in detail. I'm trying to help. Alright. Okay, it's not red. It is a purple and orange wire. A purple wire with an orange line, orange stripe, or orange line through it. And it is a black wire with a pink line through it, which will be your ground. The purple and orange will be your hot, or your positive, and the black and pink will be your ground signal wire. These two wires can be run two wires separately to this switch right here. And the crazy thing about this switch is you'll have to probably test the conduit on it and see which is the ground side and which is the power side, positive, because the wires are identical. They black, both of them. So sometimes the way you test is, sometimes you can look on the back and look that way. Most of the time, the positive wires be on the left side. 9 times out of 10, like I say 8 times out of 10, the positive wire always be this one right here on the left. If we looking at it this way, it'll be this one right here. And this side, ground side, will be on the right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And this connector has a number on it. Let me see if I can get that number for you guys. There you go. Y'all can see it good. This all you need. You need this connector, and you need the connector that plugs into this. You can just cut that off. Plug this in and then cut that off. And that's all you'll need to pretty much make your reverse light switch and all this shit work on this car. Also, you'll have to run you'll have to splice in a 12-volt positive wire key on power source to that wire, to that orange and purple wire to get your power. And the other wire, you just have to run ground to it. So you can ground it out. You know, you on the frame or something, you got some grounds. I'm adding grounds to it, so I can ground it out like by the frame or something, probably, or whatever. Probably keep the wires together though, so I can just unplug and play. Make it, you know, if I have to repair something or take this out, I can just unplug it and it's dead on that, and you gotta unhook the grounds and all this shit. Also, this piece right here, it's like it's got a vacuum or something like that on the brake. I think it's a vacuum advance on the brake booster or some shit, something like that. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna need that. Let's go up in the car. I'm gonna look up under here and see how similar this is. I'm sorry, y'all. I know this video came along, but I'm just trying to show y'all a couple things.
Daddy, you cooking?
Cooking what?
That pie.
Yeah, cut it off.
Oh, that's that overflow.
Yeah, overflow. Yeah, cut it off. I'm boiling some lime in up. Cutting the finish. Alright, that's the bracket. Right there. For the brake. So I removed it. You remove this bracket for the brake. And let me see, we'll remove this bracket for the brake. I'm trying to get a good shot at it, y'all. I'm sorry. It's tight up on here, but okay. Alright. Yeah. You got 4 bolts. I think they are 15 and 14. You got 4 bolts and you got 2 on the side. And I had to replace the brake booster on here before, so I had lost one of the nuts. The little 14s, they go on the sides. But 6 bolts and 4 main bolts as far as they bolts the brake boost in. And on the because you can remove those bolts and take the brake boost out without having to remove the pedal